I've decided I really want to do my first ever project pan. I've kind of half-heartedly tried to project pan before, although I've never filmed myself doing it, but I really want to make a proper go of it this time. So just for a little bit of context, several years ago I decluttered around 85% of my possessions. Me and my husband both did. And we've been much happier living more simply. There are, however, a couple of areas that I've kind of struggled with. And one of those is like cosmetics, and that's because I enjoy the process of putting makeup on, even though, to be honest, the older I get, the less I kind of use of it. I'm not as into it as I once was, you know, like back in about 2015 I was so into it and I was watching all the beauty gurus and being influenced to buy products, etc. I've used up and decluttered a lot of things already, and I have a pretty minimal collection. I've done a declutter recently and an inventory, so you can check those out if you're interested, and I'm going to be doing a second pass makeup declutter which is coming soon. My makeup items is fairly minimal, but there's still a few things that I want to use up and I know I'm not going to repurchase, but I don't want to declutter them. So I want to put them in this project pan. I also want to use up a couple of hair care things, there's a couple of perfumes. I've got 10 items here. I'm going to go through with you what they are and how I plan on tracking them. I'm not quite sure what to do for the lipsticks, so yeah, we'll get to it. Okay, so yeah, 10 items, and first up I have 2 hair care products. So product 1 is this Redken All Soft. I'm not really sure how I feel about this. I think it's fine, but I also prefer my Pureology leave-in. This one, if you put a little bit too much in, it can kind of get a little bit greasy and weigh the hair down. I don't have fine hair, I have medium hair with some pretty coarse hair underneath, and it's naturally very wavy. Anyway, I don't love it, but it's fine. I don't want to just get rid of it. I don't want to throw it out. I spent money on it, and I don't really have anyone who I can give this to be honest. Like, I don't have any friends who I think would use this, and I know my mum wouldn't use it because she has super fine hair. Wouldn't work for her. So yeah, I'm going to use it up. However, it's quite full. So I've marked on it where it's up to now. Focus camera. I don't know if that's focused or not. Yeah, I've marked on it. I don't know what date I'm putting this up on, but it's currently the 17th of January. And my goal is to use this up, and I have absolutely no idea how long that's going to take. But I'm planning on doing monthly check-ins, or maybe bi-monthly check-ins. I don't know. We'll see. I'm thinking monthly. Okay, product 2. Another hair product. This hasn't got a label on because I took it off so I could try and see how much was in it. This is the Olaplex number 6. So it's the cream that you put on before you blow dry hair. And it's fine. It's fine. I do think it makes my hair look a little bit smoother. But it's not my favourite one. I think the only products that are really worth it from Olaplex are the number 3, which is like the treatment, that like the bond repair treatment, and also the hair mask, I think number 8, and then the oil is nice as well. Any other product I've tried by them has just not been worth it, and it feels a bit superfluous to my routine. So yeah, I think how this one works is that when you squeeze it, it comes up from the bottom. So I've marked on where we're up to now, and we are down here currently. Okay, so there's quite a bit of that to use up, and you don't use much up of it at a time. So again, not sure how long that's going to take. After that, I got body care, and I have one body care item to include, and it is the Replica Lazy Sunday Morning Body Lotion. Now, I like the scent of this. I have the perfume of this, and I do use it quite a bit. However, I can't really be bothered to put this on a lot of the time, and when I do use body lotions, I mostly prefer unfragranced, but there is the exception of the Sol de Janeiro ones, which I do really like. But I just don't use this as much as I thought I would, but it is nice. I'm going to finish it, but I'm not going to rebuy it. So I've marked on where we're up to, and we are up to there. I have no idea if this camera's focusing. Are you focusing? Right, so we're up to here, and again, my goal is to use it up. No idea how long that will take, and that's going to be a running theme. The next category I have is nail polish. I've chosen one nail polish, and it's a base coat that I can also just use by itself because it's just a pretty little pink, and there's not much left in this. I've marked where it is, so we're already down to here. Also, if you're looking at my nails and thinking they look terrible right now, I agree. I did have very nice long nails a month ago, and then I went to a social event and I was really stressed at it. I've got terrible social anxiety, and I bit all my nails off there, and I haven't bitten them in a couple of years. So I am growing them back at the moment, and that's why they look like this. But one of the ways that I stopped biting my nails before was just to keep painting them nicely, and it was like a little reminder then whenever they got to my mouth, I was like, oh, stop biting your nails, you know. I could taste like the nail polish on them. So that's going to help. And also this is the Back to Life by Nails Inc. So it is really good. Like, I find it good to help strengthen the nails, and it's what I used to grow them before. So yeah, I do like it. I actually have a backup of it ready. I just want to get this one out because it's pretty old. Next up I have perfumes. I have 2 perfumes that I want to use. So I just mentioned the replica Lazy Sunday Morning. The thing is, I have a full size one of this, and then for some reason I also have like this little one, and I was just going to save it for travel, but I just don't want to do that. I just don't want it sitting around, and there's so much little left. This feels a bit like a kind of gimme product, you know, like I'm going to use this up, no problem. We're already down to here, and I don't think that that is going to take me too long to use up. I think I'll get that done very quickly. So I want a couple of easy wins in this. I also have this Lancome La Vie Espal perfume, and I did do a perfume tour. Is that the word I'm going to use? Yeah, sure. It's like perfume collection. That's what I was looking for. I will link that if you haven't seen it and if you're interested. But yeah, I like this one. It's nice, but it's not one of my favorites. It's sometimes a little bit too sweet for me, but I am going to use it. So I've marked again on the bottle where we are up to, which is here. And I don't think there's actually much left in this, because this bottle is like, she's all base, you know, like she's all about that base. She's like a big booty bottle, you know. So I don't think there's actually that much left in her. I think she's actually quite a bit over halfway done, but it's hard to tell because of the thick booty. Okay, after that, that's 6 products. Next one, number 7, is this powder compact. Now, I will say, I've already hit pan on this. So here we are. She's already at pan. However, I want to use this up completely. I do like this powder, and you know, it's my only powder as well. However, I've been testing recently. I've been just, if I put concealer on, I'm powdering under one eye, and I'm seeing the difference, and I'm seeing how long it actually, like what difference it actually makes, and do I actually get more creases showing on the eye without the powder on, and I just can't see much of a difference, to be honest. Like, sometimes there's like maybe a small difference and I think, oh, you know, maybe it has settled slightly less. I just can't tell that much, and I don't even use concealer every day or anything. I don't know how essential this powder is for me, is what I'm saying. And it's also been, I don't know, it's at least a couple of years old. It's probably like 3 to 4 years old. I have all the dates written down somewhere. So I would just like to get it used up, and then once it's gone, if I miss it, then I might repurchase a powder. But this is the mini, and it's lasted me for 4 years already. So yeah, I'm gonna try and use this up, even though, yeah, I have only been powdering one eye. No idea how long that's gonna take, but hopefully we'll see that pan growing. After that, I got 3 lip products, and I feel like these are going to be really hard to use up because lip products take ages. I did finish one quite recently, and I put it in like a, what's it called, empties video, and it was one of the MAC lipsticks, and I used that up completely. It took me a while. Like, I'd had that lipstick for a couple of years. However, the first one is like a lip balm, and these are easier to use up normally. So this is the YSL Candy Glaze, and it's in the shade 3B. I do really like this one. I'll see if I can swatch it. Yeah, it's really nice. However, it's not the most hydrating lip balm. It's also very expensive. I don't think I'm going to rebuy it. I prefer to purchase cruelty-free, ideally. I'd just like to get it finished. Now, there's a lot left in it. I'd ideally like to use all of this up, and I've put a mark on. What I've done is just pop this right at the bottom of this page. I know that this is really rough, but yeah, I didn't want to tell you, that's just the sort of person I am. Right, that is nearly at the top of this paper. I've marked a line, so I'm going to track it like this. I'm also thinking what I'll do is just record how many uses I've made as well. So every time I use this, I'm going to make a little tally mark in my notepad, and then we can go over uses. Okay, the other two lip products I have, one of them is this Charlotte Tilbury lipstick in the shade Runway Royalty. I have used up a decent amount of this, but there's also still a lot left, and I'm not sure how long it took me to use this up. I like this one. I think it's really nice. It's a really nice colour. It does suit me. However, even though it's not the same as my Lisa Aldridge Kitten Mischief, it kind of performs a very similar function for me. I don't feel like I need both, and I don't want this to be expiring and me not have used it. So I want to try and get it finished whilst also not neglecting my other lip products, which I think is kind of tricky. But yeah, I'm not planning on repurchasing this, which I used to think I was going to repurchase this, but yeah, I'm not planning on it now because I just love my Kitten Mischief one so much and I just don't need both. I have marked again on here, and you can see that the mark is pretty close to the top here. So yeah, we're hoping to see that go down. And my uses goal for this is I want to use it at least 15 times. I would like to, I'm going to say 15 for all of these. I want to use them 15 times in the next month, which if you're thinking, but that's applying more than once a day because surely there'd only be 30. But I would say for a lip balm, you end up applying them. So if you're wearing a lip balm, you end up reapplying it more than once. And this, again, this is the kissing formula. It's not a matte formula. I'm not good with mattes. So again, I think I'll be reapplying it. Now, the last item, again, it's another lipstick. And I know, like, putting 3 lipsticks in, that seems kind of nuts, but I'm going to try. I'm going to see how it goes. This is the Illamasqua lipstick in the shade Seville. I think this is such an underrated formula, I have to say. Like, it's really nice. It's like, let me show you the shade first. So there we have it. It's like a very beautiful coral, and it can be sheared out. This is like quite a hydrating lipstick, and for a hydrating lipstick it stays on really well, which is why it's survived my declutters, because this isn't a shade that I wear all the time, and I've kind of hesitated with this one, but it is such a beautiful formula. However, when I finish this, I think it's unlikely I'm going to repurchase it, even though I enjoy it and I just want to have less in my collection. I want to get down to having 5 or 6 lipsticks. That's my goal. Like I said, you can see my current inventory in my other videos. Okay, so here we are. And again, please ignore my writing. Like, I know it's a mess. Like, I have dysgraphia, okay? So my handwriting's terrible anyway, and I wrote this on the bed. So, you know, judge me if you want to, but yeah. Okay, it's up to here. So again, I'm hoping that, I don't know how quickly that's going to come down, but yeah, to be fair, my usage goal for the other ones are going to be 15, like I say. This one, I think I'm going to do a little bit lower because it's a brighter colour. So in a month's time when I check in, I want to have used this 10 times. Yeah. That's my goal. I'm not sure exactly what date I'll be putting this on YouTube, but I'm filming this on the 17th, but who knows when I'll get around to putting it up. But I will be checking in a month. I'm going to film these updates until these products are gone. Okay, I'm making that commitment right now. So there we go. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you soon. Let me know if you're doing a project pan too. Oh, let me know how long it takes you to use up a lipstick, please. Like, because I don't know what I'm letting myself in for. I think they should be a bit quicker because they're not matte, and so you can reapply them. And I have used up this one fairly quickly before because it's a lip balm and it goes down fast. But yeah, I'm a bit worried about these two. How long does it take you to use up a lipstick? Let me know. I will see you soon. Bye.